same. So let's get into, so that's my favorite part is the training. So let's get into the details of the training because that's the most important thing, and I would say the most complicated thing because the problem I think everywhere is, you go to clubs or you go somewhere and you have, for us, for example, in Arizona, there's maybe 20, 30 arm wrestlers, different levels, and there's everybody's telling you different advice. It's so much information, and it's hard to get like an elite level like you to know exactly, how to train the correct way because everybody's giving you advice. So for the training, let's get into it. So, in a week, how often do you do the arm wrestling specific training? So just
So
and also in a week.
it it was as you were saying that 20, 30 people are telling you different things. It was the same with me when
Okay.
I started, but we were only from here. I mean, only from my club, at least 10 opinions about my trainings.
Yeah.
So at one point, I was so distracted. I try to do each exercise whoever tells me, but the program is different. I mean, one
Yes.
person tell me to do more reps, other person tell me not to lift at all weights, just to do arm wrestling. The other person tells me you should do like a pyramid system um, until the maximum, then remove 20% and so on. So I decided exactly this program. I started like when I don't have competitions, I do like uh, twice a week table time sparring,
Twice a week. Okay.
twice a week. Yeah. The other days I lifted. I had one day just to do pull-ups and it's like more running, basic physical body training. I mean, pull-ups, dips, over there, exercises like this. I also couldn't train at my maximum each day because for a normal person, even if you try, you you see after 1 week you'll be very tired. So back then when I did 1 week good training, and the next week when I tried to do the maximum again, and I couldn't. I even did worse results. So this is because of my rehabilitation. I didn't take supplements and so on. The food quality is not so good in Bulgaria. Depends from where you buy it. And back then, I was like in high school. You know how it is. You don't have money for anything.
Yeah.
Even for food, you always make compromises with things. So I could do like good training 1 week. The next week is total shit,
Yeah.
and after 1 week, I can again cover up my maximum achievements at the exercises. So the specific exercises, in my opinion, the specific exercises back then there was very difficult to find rubber bands. So it was years ago. I mean, in the dinosaur times. So those like specific uh, exercises we did like how to say once a week. We did those
Once a week.
specifics.
Okay.
Yeah, but meanwhile your body is destroyed from the other trainings.
Right, because the two table
Yeah,
practices, it's destroying you. Yeah, that makes sense.
yeah.
Yeah. And now, when you said the supplements, so that's something I wanted to ask you about. Like, so when you're talking about supplements, you're talking about like what, like a fish oil, vitamin C. Like, what are kind of like
Yeah.
all supplements that you take to help you recover now?
Right now I take only like omega 3 and vitamin C. I don't take almost anything because now I have fats. I'm 95 kilos. I don't train so much. I only go a couple of times in this week. I even didn't go to run, but usually I go to run a little bit, like 2 kilometers, not every day, but 1, 2 days a week. Right at this moment, I have other how to say things in my life that are happening.
Of course, yeah.
But usually, before I used to take a lot of amino. I even drink a lot of carbo, a lot of carbs,
Carbs, okay.
because when many people saw me at the competitions, I go with one big bottle of water with purple, yellow
Yeah.
liquid inside, and I just drink little bit, leave it, drink little bit, leave it. Uh, I used to drink a lot of carbohydrates with amino acids on
Okay.
competitions. This is the thing that used to help me back then, because I think I didn't have enough body fats back then. But I have friends that I told them about those carbohydrates. They tried it, and they were sick.
Oh wow,
they
okay.
felt terrible from them. So each body have different needs.
Okay.
They're not two completely uh, entire the same bodies for arm wrestlers. So what is good for me, maybe it's not good for you,
Yeah,
and for others.
that makes sense. So
So
like
I
your
cannot
shape
give
now,
correct like example what to take when you train. Each person have different needs. That's what my point was.
yeah, that makes perfect sense. And so right now you said you're in the 95 kilo, which is about 20 kilos more than where you normally compete, which makes sense.
Oh,
So
no. Usually I competed like last time I did
yeah.
at 90.
Oh,
So
90, okay.
yeah, with 2024 I was 90 kilo when I put at European World Championship.
Okay.
So
Got it.
5 kilos more
Yeah.
for 3 years. Four.
Okay. And how do you compare like your shape now? When I say shape, I'm talking about like arm wrestling because it's hard to as you know like compare how strong you are now versus how strong are you in the back in the day. Like your lifts right now that you're doing, on the table and with the weights. How do you compare your shape now versus your prime shape, your best ever?
So don't make this mistake to compare lifting weights with
Okay.
your arm wrestling shape. These two completely different things.
Yeah.
During the years when I used to lift the highest weights, I wasn't so strong at the table. I mean,
Oh,
many
okay.
people could beat me because when you when you gain too much power from the weights, you lose a lot of technique at the table. So it's not very wise to compare one shape and other shape. I mean, table shape is one thing, lifting weights is other thing. Maybe in general, now I'm weaker than before
Okay.
at the table and not weights as well. I say maybe because I changed my focus in the last 2 years. I dislike organizing camps, organizing competitions in Bulgaria. I did mostly organization work for the last two years. And now we even try to find a solution about the problem in Bulgaria, but we see much resistance in some of the people in the sport.
Yeah.
So now my focus is mostly on organization, things about the sport, and if I can help the sport to develop more in Bulgaria, not so much like my personal arm wrestling shape.